There appears to be a person form appearing in your device, room, mind. Your existence. But in reality, that what is taking place with no means, with no controller, with no measurements, with no qualities, with no judgment, with no analysis. What is taking place right now is just taking place. Not in this end, not only in this end, which you perceive to be that you are miles away or countries away or at some sort of time measurement away, but within your space nothing is taking place. But that what is taking place is an aspect of existence. When we put some sort of measurement, some sort of seriousness, some sort of constructive, organized, systematic way that there's a beginning and an end, that's what you create. Before any awakening experience, this, whatever I was, this mind, body, believing system, programmed entity, believed that it was born and was going to die, and there would be a story in between, and it would involve marriage, it would involve employment, it would involve suffering, it would involve illness and pain, it would involve experiences, and it would be good or it would be bad, it may be measured. And in the last day it would be, well, okay, thank you, I wish I had much more time, but that's the case, I have to go. And then the body goes, and then you say, I'm still here, what's going on? But I have no body. But that can only be established after this programmed. You know, awakening sounds very spiritual and religious, but it's just a deconstruction of the program. You're a programmed entity, and this one is still programmed. To live in this world today, you have to be programmed. You have to be put into some sort of category, some sort of name, some sort of community, some sort of organized tier system class. And we willingly accept that. But we that willingly accepts it is not us, it's our mind. Our mind accepts that on behalf of the body, and the body says, what the hell are you playing at? I don't want to go to work every day. I don't want to do the same things every day. I just want to appear, get up in the morning and do stuff, dance, paint, work out things, dig holes. I'm not saying I don't want to participate in the continuation of food processing and manufacturing, processing, clothes, and I'm not saying I'm not want to play part of that, but I don't want to be controlled into that system. And this is the system that U.G. Krishnamurti speaks so accurately about. But when a being, person, human, mind, whatever you are, believes that you have no control over the system, then that's true. So if you have no control of the system can have no control over you. Therefore, the system itself nullifies, disappears. The system is thoughts and ideas and concepts that it can be better, it can be improved, it can be equal, it can be fixed from war to peace. The system is opposing states. The system is opposing states, measurements. From good to get to bad, there has to be a time element or a change that we can hopefully make into a smooth transition. But the body's sensory activities, its emotional sensory activities, which was born natural, has been adjusted and programmed to say, no, let's make them let's create a roller coaster ride that has so many enthralling, enlightening, incredible heights and fears and bends. And let's make this idea that the poor really suffer. Let's make the poor suffer. And let's make the rich feel as though they're powerful. That's two opposing states. And those that think they are in the middle with an ego mind think they're exempt. No human being is exempt. Mr. Krishnamurti, UG, says you need financial welfare to get out of it. I don't believe that. That's not the case. That means there's a side for finance, meaning you're refusing no finance. Money is just another thing that is fluctuating like the trees. It comes and goes. It's of no importance. It's of no relevance to the quality of the life. Not your life, you see. You're always measuring me against the world. Me against the world. If I had money, I would be able to do this and that. You're not in control of the world. You're not in control of the earth. You're not in control of your body. Your body itself is controlled by nature, by the oxygen, by the viruses. Whether they're good or bad, you've no choices. We can just try and alleviate, try and minimalize. It was so funny when this vaccine for this pandemic was thought, not promised by pharmaceuticals or governments or whatever, was thought it would, let's miraculously, magically get rid of this virus. It's still here. It'll never go away until it decides to go away. Nature is a controller. Nature is immeasurable. It cannot be measured. You cannot measure a tree one day and remeasure it the same accurate dimension the next day. One little leaf may have fallen off. You cannot measure the clouds. You cannot measure the quality of the oxygen. If you can, you cannot maintain it. We think we can get equipment, big industrial things. Let's measure the quality of the oxygen that we breathe. How ridiculous. We spend our life trying to make the quality better because we have an idea that it's not good. And then the end of the life comes and says, what do you do? I spent all my life trying to make the quality better. And then I realized the moment I passed, the quality was brilliant. From the very day I was born, this body was born, until the very day I died. I just wasted time when I could have been with my family, with my nature, with the simplistic things in life, the things that we were born with, that playing in the mud as a child, that enduring, self-satisfying freedom to just be alive. We wanted to make it better and improve. And that's why we find in our awakening and our enlightenment, once it's grounded, that we can now look at other familiar or connecting voices like UG. UG's past now. Served his purpose. Phenomenal man. Same as every other being. A phenomenal being in each way. Pleasurable meeting to meet another human being. And regardless of what they are, what colour they are, what sex they are, what age they are, to be confronted by another fellow human being and just to look in silence is an incredible, worthy experience for being here. But I also look at David Bohm, so valued, and all his holograms, theories and all that stuff as well. I come from a very naive educational system. Didn't get any qualifications at school. An art degree. Art. How is that going to investigate what's going on in consciousness or in the quantum universe or in the holograms or the black holes? But I understand fully, David Bohm, because when you're awakened and enlightened, you're open to the truth, to the higher truth, and not to basic minuscule things like measuring trees. Yeah? Trying to eradicate viruses. I'm not saying they're not worthy. I'm not saying scientists are not doing a great job. I'm not saying pharmaceuticals are not trying to provide something. I'm just saying there's something more greater to be discovered. People like Jiddu Krishnamurti and David Bohm enhance and confirm the experiences from the mediocre souls like us. To say, yeah, it's true. To try and improve or create something better than what is here now is basically a conceptual idea, a thought, based on conditioned, inherited, negative, opposing states, mind. Buddha nature is very simple. Buddha nature is the most simplest thing, but no, it's the most difficult thing to understand. Buddha means center, contentment, balance. Placid, tranquil life. Like every moment is tranquil. Every moment is the same. Even in a high state of on the roller coaster ride, when the body's being thrown about, there's still that placid, tranquil, balanced state to say everything is okay. The body may not be okay. The body, you could be thrown off, and the body could die and whatever. But everything, even that state of being thrown off and dying, is okay. It sounds completely delusional to the mind. No. You have to hold on tight, prepare. You know what's going to happen. Nature will take this body away without even giving it some sort of notification, and everything will be okay. That's not saying, you see, the mind says, oh, he's measuring that he'd rather be dead. No. Everything is the same. With body, without body, nothing is happening. But an appearing idea is happening through a mind that has given it some intention, some sort of meaning, some sort of purpose. You say, when someone says, I'm not religious, they're classed as atheist. When someone says, I'm not interested in religion, I'm not interested in spirituality, and I'm not interested in atheism. When that one says something that cannot be categorized, they're misjudged. That one's got a long way to go. Now that one has reached home. That one has reached home. It's not being held back by religion, held back by spirituality, held back by atheism, held back by nature. It's sitting on nature. It's sitting on the tree. And when the tree is chopped down, it will be sitting on the ground. And when the earth is destroyed, it will be sitting in space. Because there's not a person sitting on the tree. There's not a person sitting in the earth. There's not a person sitting in space. There is only space. And that fine, subtle, beautiful, omnipresent, omnipotent quality of space has enduring life. Enduring, infinite, limitless, boundless. It has no identity. It speaks when it speaks, and it speaks when it doesn't speak. Is that not you? Are you controlled into speaking? Is someone holding your hand saying, I want you to repeat this paragraph after me? The mind, the thoughts may appear to think, oh, that thoughts, I have to project them outwards. I say to my wife, oh my God, I just had a thought, I'm fat. And the wife says, what are you talking about? Who told you that? And you say, oh, this controlling mind. And then it says I have to go on a diet and get some exercise. And the body's saying, what about me? Have you discussed this with me? Have you discussed what you're going to do to me by dieting? Have you discussed what you're going to do to me by exercising? No, but I've discussed it with my wife. The two minds are discussing the things that they think are important. And the body is neglected, forgotten about. Nothing wrong with going on a diet. Nothing wrong with exercising. Discuss it with your body. What am I capable of? What can I do? But of course, all of this is a dream. The body is a venturing, organic creature. It loves to touch things, pick things up, throw things, run about, flail about, dance, paint. It loves all these things. It despises being controlled in educational systems. It despises being put forth to do subjects that it hates, that it cannot understand fully. We punish our children, we punish ourselves, we punish each other every day. But it really matters not. Because the one inside cannot be touched. It cannot be put on a tree or measured. You're immeasurable. You are a quality that is beyond qualities. A state that is beyond states. You're a time that is beyond time. You are a creature that is beyond creatures. You do not have a definitive name, a definitive description, a definitive method, a definitive purpose, a definitive practice. You're all-encompassing life, all-encompassing consciousness, all-encompassing change. But that what thinks it's changing is still. And that what is changing is still experiences itself changing. You're not a categorized opposite state. You're not a man or a woman. You're not painful or pleasurable. You're not anything that has an opposite. You're Buddha. The very nature of you is Buddha. Buddha was a being that was selected to, like Christ was selected, to say, come, tell them the hell what they're doing. This improving, creative, understanding, investigating lark. What is it about this whole universe, this whole planet that is within your vision? Whether it's a sunny day, a cloudy day, these names that we give, qualities of days, measuring days, that's a better day than that day. Isn't it not great just to be alive, to breathe? But your mind will always come in the way and say, yes, but if I had this, or if he was able to understand my predicament. These are mind-based ideas, measurements, qualities. And every human being, including this one, went through them and may still be going through them. But the idea that you can be taken away on a ride by a mind is an idea. The idea that me and you are separate is an idea. The idea that this device is connecting us is an idea. We're beyond connecting. We are one with each other. We are one with this life, this existence. We are one with consciousness. There is only one consciousness, albeit different qualities, different measurements. We can accept that. Right now we're experiencing human consciousness. No one is exempt from that. Some have moved into some sort of cosmic consciousness, some sort of Christ consciousness, some spiritual transcendental consciousness, some cosmic consciousness, godly consciousness. But nothing's happening. Nothing absolutely is happening. But everything is happening at the same time. But immeasurable, immortal, infinite, always here, always now, always that, always one moment. Not another time moment exists, just this one mirror-like, infinite, glowing, profound, deep, hollow moment.